The screen of your consciousness flickers. Time suspends itself like dust motes caught in afternoon light streaming through cathedral windows. This moment crystallizes, sharp and urgent, demanding your complete attention, my child. Stop. Feel the weight of these words settling into your spirit like stones dropped into still water, creating ripples that expand beyond what you can see. This is not another message drifting past your awareness like background noise. This is a divine interruption, orchestrated by hands that shaped galaxies and numbered every star. The ambient sounds of your day fade to whispers. Your breathing slows. Your heartbeat becomes a drum keeping time with heaven's rhythm. You sense something shifting in the atmosphere around you, as if the very air has become charged with possibility. I place this before you with the precision of a master conductor raising his baton. Not accident, not coincidence, divine appointment. The cosmic choreography has aligned to bring you to this exact moment. This sacred intersection where eternity touches time, and my voice breaks through the static of your busy world. Do not turn away. Do not let the familiar patterns of dismissal take hold. You have trained yourself to scroll past moments like this, to postpone what feels too intense, too immediate. But I am telling you now with the authority of the one who spoke light into existence that this cannot wait. This will not come again in the same way. Every second that passes carries weight you cannot fully comprehend. The angels assigned to your life lean forward in anticipation. Heaven itself holds its breath as you stand at this crossroads between the life you have known and the life I am about to unfold before you. You feel it, don't you? That stirring in your chest, that quickening of your pulse. That is my spirit bearing witness with your spirit that this moment is holy ground. Remove the shoes of skepticism. Lay aside the armor of cynicism. What I am about to speak will pierce through every defense you have carefully constructed. There is a door standing open before you, not metaphorically, not symbolically, a real portal of opportunity that exists in the spiritual realm, but will manifest in your physical reality. I have unlocked it with keys forged in the fires of your faithfulness, tempered by the tears you thought I did not see. But doors in my kingdom have appointed times. They open when my purposes align with your readiness, when heaven's timing intersects with earth's need. If you hesitate too long, if you allow the voices of doubt to counsel delay, you may find yourself standing before a threshold that has already closed. This is not manipulation. This is divine love refusing to let you miss your moment. I have watched too many of my children convince themselves they had unlimited time, endless opportunities to respond to my voice. They whispered to themselves that tomorrow would be soon enough, that the fire they felt burning in their hearts would wait for their convenience. But tomorrow came dressed in the ordinary clothes of routine, and the fire had dimmed to barely glowing embers. They looked for the door and found only walls. They listened for my voice and heard only silence. Not because I had withdrawn, but because they had missed the appointed time for breakthrough. Do not be like them, beloved. Do not join the ranks of those who weep over what they could have seized when heaven offered it freely. The weight of regret is heavier than the weight of obedience. The pain of missed opportunity cuts deeper than the discomfort of stepping into the unknown. I am pressing this urgency into your spirit because I love you too much to let you drift past your destiny. You have been asking for signs, crying out for direction, begging for breakthrough. And here it is, arriving not in the package you expected, but in the form you need. This is that sign wrapped in divine urgency. This is that direction clothed in holy insistence. This is that breakthrough demanding immediate response. Feel the atmosphere around you shifting like tectonic plates aligning. The very molecules of air seem to vibrate with expectation. Time itself bends under the weight of this moment. Past and future converge into this eternal now where your choice will echo through generations. Your breathing deepens. Your awareness heightens. The ordinary world around you takes on new significance as if you are seeing with eyes newly opened to spiritual realities. The light seems different, more alive. The shadows hold promises instead of threats. My child, let me paint for you the landscape of your sleepless nights. When darkness wrapped around you like a heavy blanket and rest remained elusive, I was there in those hollow hours when the clock face glowed accusingly, and your mind raced through corridors of worry and fear. I saw you staring at the ceiling, counting heartbeats instead of sheep, wrestling with thoughts that came like uninvited guests and refused to leave. Your pillow became a repository for tears that no one else witnessed, salt water evidence of battles fought in silence. You pulled yourself together each morning with the skill of a practiced actor, applying the makeup of normalcy to hide the exhaustion etched in the lines around your eyes. You spoke the expected words, smiled the expected smiles, while inside your soul felt like a violin string stretched beyond its limit, threatening to snap under the tension. But I was there. In the space between your heartbeats, I whispered strength. In the pause between your breaths, I breathed courage into your lungs. When you felt most alone, most abandoned, most invisible, I was painting your name across the skies in languages only angels could read. Those nights when you whispered prayers so broken they barely formed words, I gathered every fragment like precious stones. When all you could manage was a sigh that carried the weight of your world, I translated it into perfect intercession. Your wordless groaning became eloquent petitions in the throne room of heaven. The betrayal that cut through your trust like a blade through silk, I felt every severing fiber. When those you counted as friends turned their backs and walked away, when their absence left echoes in the chambers of your heart, I moved closer still. While they created distance, I eliminated space between us. I watched you sit in crowded rooms feeling more alone than if you had been in an empty desert. I saw you laugh at jokes while your heart wept, participate in conversations while your soul screamed for understanding. The performance exhausted you, but you continued because stopping seemed more terrifying than enduring. Loneliness became your shadow, following you through days that felt colorless and nights that stretched like eternity. You wondered if anyone truly saw you, if anyone would miss you if you simply faded away like morning mist under rising sun. But you were never fading to me, never invisible, never forgotten. While the world looked past you, I looked into you. While others saw your surface, I treasured your depths. While they heard your words, I listened to your heart. Every tear that fell from your eyes landed in bottles I keep in heaven's archives. Every silent scream that never left your throat resonated in the chambers of my heart. Every moment you felt abandoned was a moment I drew nearer, even when you could not sense my presence. You asked me where I was when the bottom fell out of your world. You questioned my love when circumstances seemed to mock your faith. You wondered if I had forgotten you when prayers seemed to bounce off brass skies. But look back now with eyes unclouded by pain. See how you survived what should have destroyed you. Notice how you found strength when you thought you had none left. Recognize how you took the next step when you were certain you could not move forward. That was not your own resilience, though you are stronger than you know. That was not coincidence, though it may have felt random. That was my hand undergirding you, my strength flowing through your weakness, my grace carrying you when your own legs gave way. I was the whisper of hope when despair screamed loudest. I was the flicker of light when darkness seemed absolute. I was the steady heartbeat that kept rhythm when your world lost all sense of timing. The dreams you buried because they seemed impossible were not abandoned by me. The hopes you released because holding them hurt too much were gathered into my hands for safekeeping. What you thought was the end was merely the beginning of a deeper work I was doing in the hidden places of your heart. Your pain was not pointless. Your waiting was not wasted. Your tears were not ignored. Every moment of apparent silence was pregnant with purpose you could not yet perceive. I was composing a symphony of redemption, and your suffering was providing some of the most beautiful notes. Now the music swells toward crescendo. The movement you have been living through is transitioning into a new theme, one that will transform everything you thought you knew about my timing and my ways. Feel the shift beginning even now. The atmosphere around you is changing like weather patterns before a storm. But this storm brings rain to parched ground, lightning that illuminates rather than destroys, thunder that announces arrival rather than departure. The season of delay is lifting like fog burned away by rising sun. What seemed immovable is beginning to shift. What appeared impossible is revealing itself as inevitable. What felt far away is drawing near with the speed of divine acceleration. I am not just opening doors, I am removing them from their hinges. I am not just creating opportunities, I am orchestrating confluences of favor that will leave you breathless with wonder. The delay was preparation, the waiting was positioning, the silence was the gathering of resources for a release that will exceed your expectations. People will enter your life with keys to locks you did not know existed. Conversations will unfold that redirect your entire trajectory. Opportunities will present themselves with such perfect timing that no one will be able to argue with the divine fingerprints all over them. The years you thought were lost are about to be redeemed in double portion. Time itself will bend under the weight of my favor. What normally takes months will happen in weeks. What typically requires years will unfold in seasons. But this acceleration requires something from you. It demands that you release your grip on the familiar, even when the familiar has been painful. You cannot carry the baggage of yesterday into the breakthrough of tomorrow. The luggage is too heavy, and the door is too narrow. Fear must be left at the threshold. That voice that has whispered limitation and lack, that has convinced you that you are too small, too late, too damaged, too ordinary, must be silenced by the truth of who I say you are. You are chosen. You are equipped. You are ready. Not because of your qualifications, but because of my call upon your life. Bitterness must be released like a bird set free from a cage. The hurts that have lived in your heart like unwelcome tenants must be evicted to make room for the joy that is coming. Forgiveness is not just a gift you give to others. It is a gift you give to yourself, clearing the channel for blessing to flow. Doubt must be traded for faith. The question marks that have haunted your prayers must give way to exclamation points of confidence. I am who I say I am. I will do what I have promised to do. My word is not subject to the limitations of human understanding or the delays of earthly timing. The enemy of your soul is whispering even now, trying to convince you that this moment is not significant, that you have time to consider and deliberate, that the urgency is artificial and the promise is false. But I expose his lies with the light of my truth. He wants you to postpone because he knows that delayed obedience is often denied blessing. He wants you to hesitate because he understands that momentum lost is difficult to regain. He wants you to doubt because he recognizes that faith is the currency of my kingdom. But his whispers are powerless against your choice to believe. His suggestions carry no weight when measured against my declarations. His threats are empty when compared to my promises. Right now, even as you process these words, my angels are moving on your behalf. They are being dispatched to clear paths you cannot see, to remove obstacles you did not know were there, to arrange circumstances in your favor. The spiritual realm is alive with activity as heaven responds to this moment of intersection between divine will and human willingness. You may begin to notice unusual alignments. People will call you unexpectedly. Doors will open without your effort. Clarity will dawn in areas that have been clouded with confusion. Do not dismiss these as coincidences. They are confirmations that the shift has begun. Your heart rate may quicken. Your breathing may deepen. Peace may flood your system like warm light spreading through cold spaces. These are not random physiological responses. These are signs that your spirit is recognizing truth, that something deep within you is awakening to possibility. The old season is ending with the finality of a book closing. The new season is beginning with the anticipation of curtains rising on a stage. You are both the audience and the actor, watching in wonder while simultaneously being called to participate. What you are about to walk into will require every lesson you learned in the wilderness. The strength you developed during the delay will be needed for the blessing. The character you built in the waiting will be required for the assignment. Nothing was wasted. Every tear was an investment. Every prayer was a down payment. The relationships that will be restored will be stronger than they were before they were broken. The dreams that will be resurrected will be more beautiful than they were before they were buried. The health that will be renewed will be more vibrant than it was before it was attacked. I am not just returning what was lost. I am multiplying it. I am not just healing what was broken. I am making it better than it was originally. I am not just opening what was closed. I am creating new pathways you never imagined. But you must prepare your heart to receive. Enlarge your expectations. Expand your vision, stretch your faith. What I am about to do will challenge your understanding of what is possible within the boundaries of natural law. You will walk into rooms you never thought you would enter. You will sit at tables you never imagined being invited to. You will hold opportunities in your hands that you only dared to dream about. You will look back at this moment and recognize it as the hinge on which your destiny turned. The acceleration is not coming. It has already begun. The shift is not approaching. It is happening now. The breakthrough is not future tense. It is present reality waiting for your recognition and reception. Do not let this moment pass like a ship in the night. Do not treat this word like background music to be ignored while you attend to other things. I am interrupting your regularly scheduled programming because what I have to say cannot wait for a more convenient time. Obedience delayed is often obedience denied. The fire you feel burning in your chest right now may not burn with the same intensity tomorrow. The stirring in your spirit that is happening as you process these words may settle back into dormancy if you do not respond while it is active. I am calling you to immediate faith, not faith that waits for confirmation, not faith that requires additional signs, faith that says yes before it sees the complete picture, faith that steps forward into mystery because it trusts the one who is calling. This is not a maybe, this is not a possibility, this is not dependent on circumstances aligning or people cooperating or markets improving. This is a divine decree backed by the full authority of heaven and the unlimited resources of my kingdom. The moment has come. The season has shifted. The door is open. The path is clear. The angels are waiting. The blessing is prepared. The breakthrough is released. The only variable is your response. Will you step forward in faith or step backward in fear? Will you seize the moment or let it slip away? Will you trust my timing or demand your own? Will you believe my word or listen to the doubts? The choice is yours, but the moment is now. There is no neutral position when heaven makes an announcement. There is no middle ground when eternity intersects with time. You must choose to advance or retreat, to engage or ignore, to believe or doubt. I am asking for your yes, not your maybe, not your eventually. Your yes right now, in this moment, while the fire burns, while the door stands open, while the opportunity presents itself. Your yes will unlock blessings that have been waiting in escrow. Your yes will activate promises that have been on standby. Your yes will initiate a cascade of favor that will transform every area of your life. But your hesitation will cost you more than you realize. Your delay will postpone what cannot be postponed indefinitely. Your doubt will push away what I am trying to bring near. Do not let fear make your decision. Do not let past disappointments dictate your future choices. Do not let the voice of reason drown out the voice of faith. Step forward into the unknown because you know the one who holds tomorrow. The new chapter begins with your response to this moment. The next level of your life unlocks with your willingness to trust. The breakthrough you have prayed for activates with your agreement to my timing. Say yes. Say it now. Say it out loud. Say it with conviction. Say it with faith. Say it like you mean it. Your yes is the key that turns the lock. Your yes is the signal heaven is waiting for. Your yes is the starting gun for the race you were born to run. The moment is now. The choice is yours. The future is waiting.